Keeping up appearances will not be shown at this time. Instead, stay tuned for Humor Your Stress, coming up next on WLIW 20.
Wow. Well, thank you. I also remember that the house used to be quiet once in a while. You actually walked in there, you didn't hear anything. Once in a while, the phone would ring. Is your house quiet very often? No, because we have the phone with the answering machine. It's always ringing and someone's always answering it, whoever it is. Doesn't have to be you. It's a thing. Takes messages. We never cared about messages. One phone, 3 floors. But now, we are just obsessed. We're obsessed. People get home, they say they want to relax, but where do they head? Oh, do I have any messages? I hope I have a message. I feel so insignificant, I hope someone's called me. And I'm such a pompous ass, I need to talk to everybody. That's really what it's about. I think we feel insignificant in this society. Because we don't interact on a human level with real people, we hope to God someone's called us so we can talk to somebody who thinks we're alive. And then we have call waiting. Oh, God, we have to have that. What if we miss someone while we're talking to someone? Not good enough to talk to one person. That would mean you'd have to focus. And then, of course, you have to stop the conversation because this other call could be better. So what's the other person thinking? Oh, well, if the other one's better, they won't get back to me, so that means I'm nothing. So really, what we ought to call it is call rude. This is one of my favorites. Kids were kids. I was the kid. I was very much loved. I was the focus of a lot of attention, but I was not the center of the universe. I don't know what's happening, folks, but little kids are getting bad messages. A lot of them think they should have attention 24 hours a day. In our quest to give kids good self-esteem, we're losing our own. Everything today is about choices. I hope they have some choices. They need choices. These children need choices. I want to give them as many choices as possible because I don't want them to feel threatened. Now, I just want to give you an example. I have a friend who has 3 or 4 kids, I think. Stayed over a couple of times. I thought I was going to kill myself. Starts with breakfast with the choices. All right? The kids are little, 2, 4, 7, and 10. She starts with the 2-year-old. Honey, we have Frosted Flakes, Oat Squares, Cheerios, Frosted Loops, and Captain Kangaroo Squares. I can put a kiwi on top, a pineapple, a banana, a mango, or an apple. I can cut it in 4/4 half or 8. I can put it on a paper plate or a china plate. You can eat it upstairs, downstairs, or outside in the yard. How's that, honey? Now remember, she's talking to a 2-year-old. Meanwhile, the other 3 are going crazy because nobody's paying attention to them. So they start doing sort of a woodpecker drill. We want breakfast, 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 we want breakfast. Now, finally, the 2-year-old has made a decision. Looks at the mother. I'll take a marshmallow. Oh, honey. Then the guilt trip starts. But she doesn't have the marshmallows. The gift that keeps on giving. Honey, I'm sorry, I don't have marshmallows, but I'll be happy to go out and get some for you. Will that make you happy? I don't want you to be sad. What are we doing? How many choices can these kids have? When I was growing up, this is what I got. My mother would wake up, I would wake up, I'd sit down, she'd say, I got oatmeal. I'd say, I don't think I want oatmeal. She'd look at me, she'd say, I'll give you oatmeal. And how about toys? I can remember my toys. How many of you remember the toys you had when you were a kid? Can kids today remember toys? No, I don't think so. My grandmother used to give me a piece of bread. She'd say, roll it. Then she'd hand me some sesame seeds. She'd say, put them on there one by one. Do you know how many hours that took? Or my mother would say, go out and play with some rocks. Rocks or us. One of the things that I really think about is relationships. Oh my God, what's happened to that whole thing? Today, you cannot stay together without reading men who can't talk to women who won't listen. Women who marry men who said what they had to say but won't say it again. Women are whiners, men are minors. And you have to go at great lengths to get people to understand what you've said. So you have to extrapolate the information from the book, and you hope that you say it right so that they will hear it. So when you ask for something, you have to go through this incredible dialogue. Did you hear what I said the way I said it? Or would you like me to say it the way you need to hear it? Or should I repeat it the way you feel? If you don't feel right, should I wait till you feel better? When do you think we can get together so we'll both hear it? I remember my grandparents having a little conflict. They have a couple of words, and then one of them would say, shut up! What happened to shut up? You can't say it anymore. You get in trouble. And they had very simple conversations. You want to go to bed? Sure. Want to eat now? Yeah, that's okay. That was the end. You're exhausted by the time you go to bed at night. But you have to look everything up. And how about sex? Oh, this is the whole thing. I haven't read a magazine lately that doesn't talk about how to do it, where to do it, how many times to do it. If you did it, you didn't do it right. You should have done it over here. You should have done it over there. I don't think my grandmother knew she did it. She had 5 kids. I don't think she knew where they came from. Probably reading a magazine. Now you have to learn how to talk about that, too. So you can coach the other person. I didn't like the way you did it over there. You should have done it over here a little bit. This would feel better. Maybe we should go to a therapist and find out how to do it. You have to find out how to say, do you want to do it? You know, that's another thing. Remember people you say, you want to do it? That's not romantic anymore. It's got to be a whole thing around it. And, you know, I've read all these books, and there's a lot of merit to any of these things, let's face it. But there's also an absurdity to it, isn't there? An absurdity, because we've gone over the edge. We don't take anything at face value anymore. And, you know, in the beginning, when I read some of these, I thought, I'm going to try this. So one night, I said to my husband, this is not what I need. He looked at me and he said, well, this is all I got. How about music? Music was, it lifted the spirits. I remember I was quite fortunate. I lived in a home filled with classical music. It was incredible. Every day, Gridi Pagliaccio. My grandfather knew all the operas and show tunes. I was given all kinds of access to musicals and show tunes. I mean, I was singing in the rain. I was tap dancing. I was just a ball of fun. I mean, I was my own entertainment center. Today, we don't have a lot of these things wafting through the house, do we? No. People listen to music now that I'm sure has been recorded in the depths of hell. No wonder people are like this. You know, there's a great deal of research on noise pollution. This can make you crazy. Bring back some of this music into your homes. I'm telling you, it lifts the spirit. It really does. And how about motion? I remember my grandfather walking. He walked. He just walked to the store, 7 miles sometimes. He walked. It was not like a forced drill. Everybody gets the opportunity to walk. We're born with the ability to move, too, aren't we? Sure, we all used to move around. If you look at little kids, do they ever have to do power walking? No. But see, unfortunately, as soon as you stop moving around, somebody says, stop moving. You see me moving? I'm not moving. I don't move much at all. That's why I go to a health club and have my leg lifted. I've been getting to think that we have totally lost our minds. We have to take lessons in walking, and then you watch people walking. Or they're running. My husband said the next time he sees somebody running that's happy, he'll run after them. This is my favorite thing ever. Clothing made sense. I want you to picture my grandmother, big flowered house dress. Lots of room. Everything felt comfortable. Her bra, sturdy, strong. The strap could have held up the Brooklyn Bridge. And she had big pink bloomers. Long, wide, everything. The crotch was low. Do any of you remember those pink bloomers? Remember when they used to be out on the clothesline? And you used to look at them, you'd say, I'm never wearing those. Guess what? You should only hope to wear them, because they're comfortable. What do we got today? I've never seen such insanity my whole life. Talk about stress. Have you seen some of the bras that people think they need to wear? Like super bra. Super bra. See? You're supposed to take them, jack them up. Now they're not what they used to be. They're a shelf. This is now a shelf. You have a glass, you put it on top. Then you go out and you buy underwear. But the underwear is very small, very, very small. I want to know who fits in this underwear. In fact, some of it is so small, it's just a strap. It's called a thong. Now, I want to know why you spend good money to put something someplace that you spent years taking something out of. Have you ever seen little kids? They're always doing this. So now you got the thong and the super bra. And you're walking around. Is this comfortable? But you know what people say? Well, it's women who are wearing most of this, right? Oh, it's sexy. It's sexy. But do you see men wearing these things? How many men do you know who wear thongs? They don't wear thongs. They wear jockey shorts that are nice and cozy. Or they wear boxer shorts, which let things swing. I tell you, there's a lot to be learned from the past, especially about underwear. And then there was laughter and tears. You know, we laughed till we cried till we laughed. I remember going to funerals where people would wail and moan. In fact, they even used to import people to pick up the pace when my grandmother let down. They actually hide, and they're a bunch of women. They go, "Ah!" And you know, I've never laughed so much sometimes at funerals. We would laugh, we would cry, and we'd think about what we were going to eat when we went back home. And today, people are not laughing as much as they did, are they? I do many workshops where people come up to me and they say, I haven't laughed this much in a long time. And you know something? Pay strict attention to that, because a lack of humor in your life is one of the roads to depression. The less you laugh, the less you laugh. And when you're finally not laughing at all, they take you away. And they put you in rehab. Then you get into group therapy, and you color and make baskets. And when you're finally laughing, they send you home. So I think some of these lessons could well help us in the future. What do you think, if we paid attention?
Hi, I'm Chris Funkhauser, and it seems like everyone's eager to give you advice on how to live a happier, more fulfilled life. You can hardly turn on the TV without seeing an infomercial whose sole purpose is to sell you an expensive item guaranteed to change your life. So who can you really trust? Don't let her funny, down-to-earth style fool you. Loretta LaRoche is an authority on stress management and cognitive therapy. She's a nationally recognized speaker and a faculty member at the Behavioral Institute of Medicine, an affiliate of the Harvard Medical School. So you can see that this show is no infomercial. Loretta LaRoche isn't selling you anything. In fact, she's giving away the stress management tips that have made her one of the most sought-after lecturers in America. She's giving them away in the hope that you'll give something back to the station that has brought this program to you. We're asking you now to show your appreciation for this rare opportunity to listen, learn, and laugh with an authority on stress management by making a membership contribution right now.
And to encourage your call, we're offering a wide range of bonus gifts and membership levels so that you can choose the contribution that's most comfortable for you. As Chris pointed out, we're not in the business of selling products. WLIW's business is information, and you've already got that because you've just seen the show. These gifts are merely incentives for you to call and tell us that you want to see more programs with Loretta LaRoche. If you want to see Humor Your Stress whenever you need it, then it's available on VHS right now with your membership pledge of $100, or a special rate of $75 if you can charge your pledge on any major credit card. The Humor Your Stress VHS tape is only available from your public television station. So get
Support from viewers like you. And now, I'd like to share my 8 steps of enlightenment with you. That's kind of my third way to get you, perhaps, to relieve stress. And some of them are quirky, some of them are serious, some of them just have a lot of common sense. The first one is lighten up. Let's lighten up. And what's all the serious behavior about? What, is everything serious? A wet towel on the bed is not the same as a mugging. Make sure you giggle at yourself daily. Discover that you're the joke. If you don't get it, you're going to have a hard time. Number 2, light the way. Smile. Smile often. It's so much fun to smile. It feels so good. And you know, I know there are times in our lives where we really can't do it. It's tough because we're going through tragic events or depression, or, you know, we're going through periods of irritation. But, you know, even if you fake it till you make it periodically, you get the same benefits. So let's all do that right now. Let's all smile at our neighbors. Let's all smile. Why not wake up tomorrow morning with a smile on your face? Wouldn't that be an interesting difference? One of my favorite meditations is the smiling meditation by Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Vietnamese monk who writes a great deal of books on being peaceful. And you know, what he's saying is that really when we feel peaceful, we smile often, don't we? And Victor Borger often says that the shortest distance between two people is a smile. Number 3, step lightly. Get zippy. Put some zip in your step. Put a little zip here and there. Wouldn't that be different? And you know, if you do some funny little movements like you did when you were a kid, you can relieve stress, because it's tough to be stressed when you're doing something that's incongruent to your stressor. So, how would I do that as an example? Well, say something that's bothering you and twirl. Maybe you go up to somebody in your office and say, you know, the Xerox machine's not working. Try it at home. Wouldn't it be a little different at home? Just go up to whoever you're living with and say, you know, I can't take much more. I've had enough. Do a little something that's weird once in a while with body motion. Go out of your bedroom backwards. Say, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. And you know, there isn't a place I don't go to that I don't hear about difficult people, and I know they exist, but let's not validate their existence daily. The next time you're talking to someone you perceive as difficult, remember, the more power you give them, the more easily you become manipulated. Stand on one leg when you're talking to them. what it does, it creates a little equanimity, doesn't it? Without hurting anybody. How about discover your inner light? Meditate, pray, count your blessings. I don't think we spend enough time going within and being quiet and listening to our inner wisdom. And it really means so much because you know what? It re-energizes you because you get to hear the real you. We're so filled with chaos and noise that we very rarely take a minute to just pay attention. Wouldn't it be great to wake up every morning and say, here I am, I'm back. And I'm breathing, this is good. And go up to whoever you can and say the same thing to them. It looks like you're breathing as well. This is excellent, we're breathing together. Look in the mirror and just be absolutely in ecstasy at what you see. Say, look at this. I'm together and parts of me are excellent.